Hello and welcome back. Today's video is an update for my project 10 uses project pan. In this project, I'm picking 4 items at a time, using them 10 times, and then rolling something else. And the whole point is to kind of help rotate through my collection. It's a pretty relaxed style project pan, just designed to be kind of like a Shop My Stash, except usually in my Shop My Stash videos, I usually only end up using the product about 3 to 4 times. So it is a great way to rotate through my collection. The first person on YouTube that I saw do this was Phoebe HB, but there are a lot of different people doing this style of project. I think it is really fun and a lot less pressure than a lot of projects where I'm trying to finish things up or hit pan. All of the items in this rotation I did use 10 times, which means I am rolling in 4 new items, which is very exciting. And if you're interested, I have a whole project pan playlist. I'll link that in the description box, and let's get into it. First one was a highlighter. This is the Morphe highlighter in Extra, and this one is a pretty standard champagne highlighter. I'm glad I got use out of it though. It's actually very nice. I did recently rank all of my highlighters if you want to see that. You know, this is a really finely milled formula. It's not one of those crazy foiled ones like Ofra, so I actually think a lot of people would like this. And yeah, I actually really did enjoy using this one. Then I put in both of my Pat McGrath Mini Eye Ecstasy palettes, and I did use both of these 10 times. These are beautiful palettes. They're a little hard to open though. This one is called, which one is this? Subversive. This is the more colorful one. These are really beautiful, and these are only $28 and very, very good though. I think, you know, the packaging is super cheapy compared to some of her other packaging, but I really only care about the quality, and the quality is definitely there. These are beautiful. I did do a tutorial with this color if you're interested in seeing that. And then the more neutral one, this one is called Sublime, and this is absolutely gorgeous. You have some beautiful foiled bronze shades here, and yeah, love it. These are very nice quality, and I'm glad I got use out of them. I definitely want to continue to use these. You know, $28 for 5 little eyeshadows is still a lot of money, but it is a much better price than her larger palettes. Last up is the BH Royal Affair palette, and I really enjoyed using this. It is gorgeous. This is so high quality, it's kind of crazy. It's definitely one of my favorite palettes. I did quite a few different looks with this. I did this like a lime green look. I did a silver smoky look. This is such a fantastic palette. I'm so happy I got some use out of it. I found this at Marshall's for only like $7 or $8, and it's great. It's one of my favorite palettes. I love the color story too. It has more cool tones, which is unusual for my collection because I have way too many warm tones. So it's nice to have a palette that is a little bit different, and it has some nice pops of color. This is great, one of my favorites. Alrighty, on to the 4 new items in this project. The first one is the ABH Brow Pomade. And what is my color? Dark brown. This is something I actually really enjoy. I've used it only a little bit, as you can tell. This is my second one. Quite a few years ago, I think about 5 years ago, this was my everyday brow product. I used this every single day, and I almost completely finished one of these jars. But then I switched over to either pencils, and most recently, for about the last 2 years, I just use eyeshadow, and then I use a brow gel. That's very fast and quick, which is why I like doing it that way. I will say the problem with this and why I don't reach for it is that it is a little bit time consuming because it is really pigmented. So you have to be very, very careful because this could lead to crazy over-the-top ham sandwich eyebrows very easily, but it is beautiful. So when I do use it, I like it, but again, it's a bit more time consuming. So oh wow, it's actually drying out. Look at that. It's fine. You can revive these for quite a while. I did that with my last one and it lasted me for years. So yeah, I like this, but I think the last time I used this was probably 3 months ago, which is very, very sad. Next item is also something very neglected, which I did do a recent makeup declutter, and in that video I talked about these little pot eyeshadows and how I never use them. I only have a few left in my collection. You can check out that declutter if you did not see it, but I did keep this one because it is really nice, and I mentioned in that video, I do have some nostalgia for Bobbi Brown because when I first got into makeup, this was a very popular brand, and it was something I was very excited to try. And actually, I do like this. So this is the color Wheat. It's just like a taupey gray. It's a gorgeous color, and I actually think her eyeshadow quality is very nice. It blends very well, but purely because this is in one of these little pots and it sits in a separate drawer than my eyeshadow palettes, I don't reach for it. So if I could use this 10 times, you know, that would be very good. All right, the next item is one of my favorite highlighters ever. That is Urban Decay Sin. This is such a beautiful, this is kind of a lighter champagne type color. It's actually very, very similar to Mary Luminizer. This is so nice quality, definite favorite. And I mean, I have used this actually a decent amount. You can see there's a bit of a dip in there, but you know, I want to make sure I'm rotating through my highlighters because if you saw my ranking highlighters video, I have quite a few. I'm definitely very into highlighter, and yeah, this is a good one and I want to use it. All right, on to the fourth item is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. This is my most recent eyeshadow palette. I did place an Ulta order to buy my mom perfume for Mother's Day, and I bought this for myself in the process. It's something I've wanted for a while. I was between this and the Pretty Cool, but the more I looked at swatches of the Pretty Cool, I realized that there were a lot of very similar shades. This one has a larger gradient. I definitely did not need this at all, I know, but I have the Marvelous Mauves and I really enjoy that formula. So this is actually a nice array of warm browns, which I did not need. So, you know, this was an unnecessary purchase. I'll fully admit that, but I've used it twice and I do like it. It's similar to the Marvelous Mauves formula, which I love that formula. So, I mean, this obviously could go with a lot of different palettes because the colors in here are very, very basic. So I want to go ahead and use this 10 times and hopefully more than that. But yeah, I really do like these Dose of Colors palettes. They are quite nice. They're kind of expensive though, $32. It's pricey, but the quality is definitely there. That is it for this update. I'm happy to be rolling in 4 new items. I really do want to use these products more. 3 of them are actually much older products in my collection, and 1 of them is new. So I think that's a good variety. Yeah, that is it. If you're interested, you can check out my Project Pan playlist. Thank you so much for watching.